ゴジータだ。さて、一丁行くぜ。
Alright guys, my name is Sixworld and today I'm going to be doing a different type of video. I have not seen anyone in the Blue Archive community do this type of video. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but it's going to be a tier list of my top 10 with honorable mentions, well, my top 10 students. And this is not going to be meta, this is just going to be like how much I like the character. That's fair, right? Alright, let's go. Honorable mention 1 is Haruka. Now, why do I have Haruka in my honorable mention? Because Haruka timid. She's obviously a timid character, like a timid student who lacks confidence. She's the definition of don't judge a book by its cover, because there is one scene in the entire story where she's like is timid, but then she from out of nowhere she just blows up a noodle store. So like she's like random, like unpredictable. Honestly, I like her because of the art style that she's in, and I've done her Momo talk. I like her Momo talk, but I wouldn't have her above my top 10. I mean,
Yeah, she's a cool girl. She's a bit obsessed with Aruka, that we could call that an obsession. And she just needs some self-confidence, and she'll be perfect.
yeah, she needs some confidence, honestly. Alright, moving on, honorable mention 2, Sayori. Now, Sayori is one of those characters that starts as our biggest enemy. She first appears in volume 3, where she doesn't like that people in Trinity are having a wonderful time in a festival, and she's like, fuck all that. I'm gonna cause a terrorist attack, and she does. She almost kills us basically. And the reason why I like her is because she has some very memorable moments. The only reason why she attacked us is she was being manipulated by the main antagonist of volume 3 chapter 4, Beatrice. And like what made it better for me, like I was like, yeah, she's one of my favorites, is when she comes up with a line that when she says that us senses are the best thing that has ever happened to her. That's basically why I put her in honorable mention.
That was incredibly sweet of her.
Yeah, honestly, that's why I'm going to put in honorable mentions. Her character design's marvelous, and the reason why I have Sayori Summer and Sayori Base. Now, the reason why I don't have her dress, which, don't get me wrong, I really wanted it, is because let me show you. Yeah, you can see there's Sayori dress, right? Her banner was with Rumi and Mina in 2025, April the 16th. And the reason why I had no choice but to skip on her is because the units that were coming next week were the Shupagaki, so Nozomi and Hikari. I was like, oh come on. And then so I didn't have enough, so I was like, I have to skip her because she's unlimited, as the Shupagakis are limited. So I was like, I'm gonna go for that. But yeah, so that's why I'm gonna put her in honorable mention. She's got some depth character, and yeah, I think that's a pretty good reason to put her in honorable mention. And she can't really be higher than top 10, right? She can't be in my top 10. She's honorable mention because there are better students that do better stuff than her, in my opinion. But she's really a solid character. Honorable mention 3, which I might get sent death threats if I say this, but it's gonna be the Shupagakis. Because of my breath. So the Shupagakis, right?
You didn't have some explaining to do, brother.
Yeah. I know I do. Let me explain, right? Let me explain. So the Shupagakis, they are like one of my favorite characters in the entire game. Hikari is pretty adorable and cute. She acts like that one infant child, like your little sister. And Nozomi has a very iconic laugh. But to be honest, the only times we ever like see them, you can correct me if I'm wrong if I say this, but in 3 different occasions, which is once in the volume 1 chapter 4 where they're provoking us Amida students and Sensei, obviously that's us, and and the second one is in the same volume where she's helping us stop the the Abydos cannon, where when they take us for a train ride to stop it. And then the last one is, you know, the Highlanders update. It was Hikari, Nozomi, and Oroba. But outside that, they didn't really show up. So that's why I got put in honorable mention. And you need to know this: just because they're in honorable mention doesn't mean they're terrible characters. Like, all these characters that I have on the list are like my favorites. So I think, wouldn't you agree that would be a reasonable reason to have them to honorable mention?
Alright. It's fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, there are better students for me in other ways, right? Okay, honorable mention 4. I mean, is Ichigo. I mean, this is really good.
Holy beautiful.
Huh?
Just a little fun fact: her voice actor is actually half Filipino. That's why they like to meme that with her.
I see. So the reason why I think Ichigo is honorable mention, she's even on my favorite, is because, well, I like her voice acting, the way she talks, and I don't have her base variation. Unfortunately, I didn't get lucky enough to pull her, but I do have a swimsuit variation, which is obviously free to play if you've done the anniversary. And Ichigo is one of those characters that barely shows up. Like, she's shown up for like a few, like events, like when characters drop and then events come with it. Yeah, she has shown up there, but then and she's barely shown up in like the story wise, where in volume 3 we meet the Trinity people who we meet her basically her club. Her club is Hasumi, Tsuryu, her, and I think it's Koharu. You can correct me if I'm wrong if I say
Yeah. It's just that she wasn't released until after the whole Trinity's main story was finished.
Yeah, that's why I had to think. Is Koharu even part of her team? I had to really think about it when I was writing these notes.
She used to.
But yeah, she has like one of the best character designs in the game. They don't try too hard and they don't try too little. So that's why Ichigo is honorable mention for me. Next honorable mention is Iori. Alright, Iori has one of those.
Oh boy.
Iori's like, she has like a different type of package right towards it. She's a succubus, right? You can tell because she has that succubus tail. She's dark skinned and she's a sundry. That's essentially all. She's an all 3 package, right? She's basically, but she can't be higher than everyone else who's on the honorable mention. By the way, this honorable mention, if it was gonna be in order, it would probably be like this, where Haruka is below Ichigo for me. Actually, no, I'm gonna put Haruka above Ichigo. Yeah, that's perfect for the honorable mention. So Iori only has this one moment where I know you probably know which moment I'm talking about, where we basically lick her toe. Basically, it's thingy. It's clipped so many times in the Mugaka community. And her character design, her character design, and that moment are the things that carry it for the character. And also, she plays pretty nice in the game. So, but this is not about meta, so we're not gonna talk about it here. So let's move on. Honorable mention. The next honorable mention is gonna be Iroha. Iroha is like, if it was like top 20, you know where Iroha would be? Iroha would be number 11, right, for me. But she barely scrapes. She's like high of the high, right? But she can't be top 10. She's like scraping like the bottom, right, for me. Now Iroha is probably the only sane one in the entire club. her club is Ibuki. That one girl, I don't remember her name, that she takes photos. Oh yes, Chiaki. Chiaki.
Chiaki was favorite now.
Yeah, Satsuki and Makoto. So, and her obviously. She's the only sane one, and she's like the big sister to Ibuki. And she kinda relatable to me. That's why I kinda like her. Because like I have a little sister as well, right? Who just turned 5 like 2 weeks ago. And it's basically essentially that if she starts crying, I'm there to like help her, and that's essentially the reason why I like Iroha. Iroha is like number 11 for me if it was a top 20, but yeah, that's why. And I really like her character design and the way she acts, so I think this is a reasonable reason to put her in honorable mentions.
Yeah, the other contenders are pretty good too. Are too good.
Okay, I'd say there are 3 more honorable mentions, and then we can move to the top 10. The next honorable mention is going to be Seiya, the one that keeps avoiding you. Yes, this is the first thingy.
Yeah, every time I was Parker.
This is one of the strays you're gonna catch in the video. Now, Seiya is like one of those characters that I didn't like at the start. You know, like she appeared in Volume 3. She was mysterious as hell to me, basically. Like she didn't have a voice actor. She only appeared like like a phantom character, like in your dreams. We all thought she was dead, right? But then she wasn't. I was like, damn. And the reason.
No, she wasn't quite dead. She just was, in a coma.
Yeah, but she was very close to dying. But the reason why I really like it is her character design and her Momotokes. Her Momotokes, like she shows more emotion that she basically does in Volume 3, right? In Volume 3, she just responds with like 1 or 2 sentences. And honestly,
yeah, she's very blunt. She's really straightforward with what she wants.
Yeah, and then as time goes on, right, the anniversary when Rio dropped, and Neru and Asuna, and I forgot there was one more, I think. Oh yeah, Hasumi, and there was a bunch of other. Yeah, that anniversary, right, showed more character depth to her. She wasn't just a blunt character; she showed a lot more emotion. And that's why I'm gonna keep Seiya in my honorable mention. And if it was gonna be in order, Seiya is probably above Haruka, but she can't be higher than the Shupagakis. Is that fair? That's fair. Okay, second to last honorable mention is Tsurugyu. Now, Tsurugyu is one of those characters that does not seem like what the eye sees. What does that mean? It basically means that essentially Tsurugyu, right? When you first see her, you're like, who is this gremlin? Like, she's crazy. Is she demonic? Well, obviously she is demonic, because if you see a halo, it's literally just blood falling down, and she looks like a straight up demon and acts like one. But that's like outside, and what shows from the inside is she's just like a shy girl that doesn't know how to express herself. That's the word. And honestly, Tsurugyu, like, if you get to know her, right, you'll notice that she is one of those students that shows more feelings to our character. Like, there are specific characters, right, that like Sensei to a degree, but she when she sees us, she goes full blush mode and can't talk. So, and she's quite adorable.
It's like any high school girl with a crush.
Yeah, and she's quite adorable too. If you've seen her Momotoke Recollection L2D, she literally wants to basically herself. I'm gonna have to censor myself when I say this. I don't want to get age restricted, but she basically wants to herself or run away from the date. She's terrified because she doesn't know what she just like when we first meet Risa, right? I'm gonna talk about Risa a little later, but just like the first time we meet Risa, she doesn't know what to say. So I think Tsurugyu is a very solid character. She's obviously gonna be above Ichigo, but I can't put her above Haruka or the rest. Final honorable mention. I'm sorry, my friend.
Yeah, I know. Just get on with it. I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, honestly, Yukari, right? Her design is absolutely spectacular. I have a thing for Japanese girls with kimonos, and what makes it better is she's a hyperactive one too.
Yeah, exactly. She's got my panel there, like, fully. I just fell in love with her first night. So.
Yeah, honestly, it comes to that situation that when I was playing the Hyakuyaku story, so part 1, I have not done part 2 yet. I've been neglecting it for months. Is because it's just because I don't have the time. But as time went on, basically, and I saw Yukari. I every time she was in the screen getting hyperactive, it just put a smile on my face essentially. And as I said, her design is like one of the best designs in the game. Truly a Japanese boost. Truly a Japanese design. And if I'm gonna seriously do it, I'm gonna put her above Iori. Okay, and that's my honorable mentions in order, obviously. Okay, are we ready for my top 10? Alrighty. Let's go top 10. Number 10, Yuka.
Ah, yes, the OG.
Yes. So Yuka is like a very well splendid character. She's quite smug. She's like one of those, those girlfriends that cares for us. I mean, if you've seen the first L2D, she gets pissed off if you spend too much, and you can't spend any on bills. Essentially, she worries us like that, but honestly, her character is actually like really good. She appears a lot in the story, and I mean a lot. Like, it's not Arisu type of commitment in the story, but she is in there in the prologue volume, and then she's there in volume 2, then in volume final. Yeah, so she shows up quite a bit. And honestly, this tier list will essentially be, how much I like the character. I've already said that, and some of it will be how much they commit into the story. So I think Yuka is number 10 for me. She generally is like the caring girlfriend that you like, and
also the banging mom.
yeah, I can't forget her thighs, 100-kilogram thighs. But you know what they say about thighs? Thick thighs save lives.
Yeah, brother.
Okay, number 9 is Kisaki. Okay, so Kisaki is like one of those characters that honestly came out of the bloom for me. Like, she came out random. I didn't even know she existed, honestly, until this guy over here, the guy in the VC with me, told me about her. He was like, get her next because she's good. And at the time, I was kind of a beginner in the game. And honestly, the reason why I like it is because I've done her Momo. I've done her Momo talk. Unlike Seiya, who's quite blunt, the way she talks is the same blunt, but honestly, like, she has much more emotion and much more depth to it. And honestly, her character design is wonderful too, and she is quite adorable. So I think 9 is
right.
And
she's also quite a stunning person.
And number 9 is probably the way I'm gonna put her. Okay, number 8. Now I'm probably gonna get IP finding, but I don't care, fam. I don't care. It's Mika. Have you seen the Japanese fans of this game? How much they adore Mika?
Oh yeah, they do. They love her so much, man.
Bro, they're the equivalent.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, they're the equivalent of Genshin Impact Hu Tao fans. If you bad talk them or their waifu, they're gonna try and like roast you, find out where you live, this, that. Yeah, that's essentially where I'm gonna put Mika. Mika comes out as the character who is very cheerful when you first meet her in Volume 3. Like, she acts like everything is sunshine and rainbows, right? The way the character was played out, right, it was so confusing in Volume 3 for me. Like, she was like, I did nothing, and then when we find out who took down Seiya, she goes, I took down Seiya, then after that she goes, I didn't take down Seiya. It was so confusing. Character design is great. She has one of the best character developments too, and I don't have her base, I do have her swimsuit because I actually pulled for a swimsuit. But yeah, number 8 for Mika. I mean, she does appear a lot in Volume 3, so I think Mika for number 8 goes well. Okay, number 7. Okay, Now, it was between 3 characters who I wanted to put number 7, but it's gonna be Eri.
Oh, Eric, W for the Eric fans, damn.
You know, I was never gonna put Eri in this before I pulled the character. You know that, right? She was
You were kind of on the fence about it.
she wasn't even gonna be my honorable mention because I didn't know anything about the character. But thank God I pulled for her because her character design was marvelous on when I saw her, and I was like, okay, let me pull for her. And honestly, when I did her Momo talk and the event, I was like, oh shit, she's like one of those characters that has a huge crush on us. But it's in like a wholesome, it's like in like a wholesome.
JP loves their white hair though, which is that JP loves though.
Yeah, I need to. She's got such a good character, right? She's not a Sundre, so that's a good stuff, right? She's not a Serika or a Iori, so that's good, right? And her character design is like flawless, and she's proven time and time again that she cares for us. So I think if Eri showed up a bit more, like in future events, she'd honestly be a bit more higher than me. But number 7 is where I'm gonna put her. It's kind of crazy that I put her above Mika, right? But honestly, I just like Eri a bit more. Number 6. It's between 2 characters, but it's gonna have to be Risa. I mean, if you've seen my pulls of Risa on my channel, if you haven't, please watch it. But it's essentially Mech to fight me because of how lucky I got.
Yeah, he's still one of those bad lucky bastards.
I got him. I mean, it's crazy. I'm like one of those Risa glazers, right? Here, you like Risa so much. Take the magical one in 20, and then I was like, oh yes. And then I shit, you know, like 120 pulls later, I pulled the base Risa who I really wanted, and I was ecstatic. So Risa is like two things, right? She's hyperactive, but not fully to a degree. Not fully, yeah. She's not Koyoki type of craziness. When you first meet her, obviously, like when you first have a Momo talk with her, she's very like scared of how to talk to others, and we have to guide her. If you've done like part 1 of the Momo talk of Uzawa Risa, you'll see that she doesn't know how to talk and she's a bit scared, right? But as time goes on,
the closer anxiety is like holding her back. And of course, she's a ball of sunshine. Who wouldn't love a ball of sunshine, right?
I do love my Risa, bro. If I was in Kiroto's and Risa was there, I wouldn't hate on her. I would actually embrace her. Honestly, that's essentially what I would do, right? Because Risa is my number 6. Honestly, my top 5 is going to be interesting. I mean, not for you, but for some, it may be. So I think Risa is number 6. So let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is Rio. Were you expecting her to be higher or lower, Mech?
Actually, I was expecting it to be a bit higher for you, like number 3.
No. I like Rio, right? But not to this degree, right? So Rio is like one of those characters that I saw in fan art, right? Many people created fan art of her and Sensei. Like you need to know that I'm not an OG of Blue Archive. I'm like one of the new gens who played the game, and I found it from Arisu Archive on YouTube, who makes like short showcases on YouTube Shorts of everyone's cafe animations or who they really are. And Rio was one of those characters that I came in discussion with, and I saw the art with, and I was like, she is quite pretty. I've never seen a character like this before. And when I played the game, I was always asking, where's Rio? And then when I played Volume 2, Chapter 2, I saw Rio and I smiled. But she was like, she's very awkward. She's like an introvert, right?
Yeah, her smile is so awkward. It's so fun. It's actually hilarious when you see it.
It's a bit creepy, but you know, because the reason why she's smiling. Have you seen the way she smiles? Like her eyes never change.
Yeah, but yeah, it's so creepy, bro. It's so creepy, but that's why it's hilarious.
Yeah, she's very. Have you seen? I mean, my favorite part of Rio was just to show how misunderstood she is. She's literally an introvert to the heart. Like she doesn't know what. Like you've done the EX story, right? Like up to date.
Yeah, this is very social talk.
Yeah. So when she realizes she wronged Arisu, nobody told her that Arisu, Momoe, Midori, and Yuzu were coming to the essentially Antarctica of Kivotos. And when she didn't know, and she saw a ship, she was like, "Who's that?" And then we said it's Arisu, and she ran away so fast.
Yeah, she feels really guilty, about almost killing her.
But honestly, I really like the character, and you bet your ass, when she comes out on Global, the questionable version of her, I'm going to pull for her because Rio is one of my favorites. So that's number 5. Honestly, yeah, it's kind of surprising you thought Rio would be higher, like top 3. But yeah, we're gonna move to top 4. Number 4 is gonna be Aru. Now, I quite adore Aru. I mean, Aru is like one of those funny characters, and you can't say when you first met Aru, right, in the like volume 1, you can't say you were expecting her to be a dork, because the way we first saw her, we thought
exactly.
the way we first saw her was she was like we thought she was gonna be a major villain. We thought she was gonna be on the scale of like our rival. Like when we first meet Itachi from Naruto, right?
Yeah. She ends up just being like a dorky gangster.
Yeah. She's a wannabe girl boss, and she's trying so hard. Like, if you don't have Momo Talk for her base, the base is the only one I've got, by the way, because it's free to play. If you don't her base, Momo Talk, she's trying to get a job so badly, and when we're doing her L2D, we see that she's acting like she's got a commission, but it's just some mod on her thing asking where the Noodle store is, or is this the Noodle store? So
yeah, that was fun. That was the funny one.
yeah. And also, one more part about Ori that I found really funny is when Sarika, Hoshino, Shiroko, Nonimi, and Ayane were robbing the bank. She didn't even know they were her enemies. She was just like, she was essentially simping. She was essentially simping. And
she was so starstruck, man.
Yeah, and another part is when they were so hungry. All the Problem Solver 68 knew who their ops were, and what she did instead of, she sat next to her enemies, essentially her rivals that day, and was like, we're best friends, and she didn't even know until everybody left. That's why people come with a statement that Aru can be quite innocent sometimes. But yeah, I'm talking a lot about Aru because Aru, I know a lot about Aru. I took the time to learn about Aru. But yeah, let's move on. Number 3 is Asuna.
Yes, the savior of the archive, the one who single-handedly saved the game from the US.
Honestly, she wasn't the one who, she wasn't the main reason why I started the game. I mean, I saw a few pics of her. I was like, this person looks all like in the early. Like, Asuna is like, if you think, like when you think of a golden retriever, right? That's essentially.
Yeah, she's exactly like that.
Yeah, that's essentially her. You never see her get pissed off, like never ever. And that's why I said, in DMs, if you manage to piss off Asuna, you just need to pack it up, because she's never she's never upset. Like, she's always smiling, and her smile always, like, like some characters, when they smile, they brighten your day. That's essentially what Asuna is. Her character design is peak. Honestly, most people would say the bunny girl Asuna is their favorite, but mine is the school Asuna, the US variant of her.
Oh yeah, they're super cute that one.
Yeah, so Asuna, I'm gonna be dead ass. Asuna was like the second main reason why I started the game. Was it, the third main reason why I started the game, not second. Number 2, the second was Arisu, because Arisu Archive and the Usagi flap clip by Blue Sechi where Arisu was dancing. Yeah, so Arisu's not on the list because it would be unfair to put her on the list if I said she was the main reason why I started the game. and she's not really my favorite, to be honest. So, okay,
I already know how this one's gonna go.
yeah, you do. Number 2, Hina.
I mean, who doesn't?
Boy.
I started Blue Eyes because she was like my first choice. Like actually,
Honestly, Hina has one of the special places in my heart. You can't deny when I say this. Even though you're a Yukari Glazer, you can't deny when you say this. But in the story, Hina is our favorite student. You can't deny that.
yeah, she's Sensei's most trusted student. Like that's a very impressive title.
Hina is like one of those characters that like cares for us. Like think of Yuka, right? But like double, right? I mean, when we got put in a coma by Theori and Hina got sent to the hospital because she was injured, we recovered and we couldn't find Hina, and we found her in her room. And what made my confirmations that she absolutely loves Sensei is when she said she wanted to be head patted by Sensei, and she actually cried when she said it. So honestly, Hina, right?
She's there.
Yeah, Hina is like one of those characters that I genuinely love, but she's not a Sundry. She's not a Sundry, thank God. She's like a serious, lovable character. That's what I think for.
She's an actual girl boss, you know, like that. When I think of girl boss, Tina's like kind of the person that has her.
That's very true, my friend. That's very true. Okay, top 1 is Hoshino. Now I know this guy was waiting for Hoshino to be number 1 because he knows how much I glaze Hoshino.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Now before you were like, before you say why do I glaze Hoshino, I'm going to yap a lot about Hoshino because she's my favorite character in the entire game. Like, she was like the very first reason why I started playing the game. So Hoshino is one of those characters that hides. If you think of like a character that hides their real behavior behind a smile, that's her. So before I played Volume 1, Chapter 4, because I didn't have that shit unlocked, because I had to complete Volume Final, I had Hina and Hoshino bear like next to each other, like they was like paw, right? But when I played Volume 1, Chapter 4, my opinion instantly changed. Like Hoshino's backstory, right, was like such a masterpiece. Obviously, there's gonna be spoiler warnings in this.
So complex and so deep, so good.
It was such a good, like, I never, like, let me tell you, when I tell you it was a masterpiece, I mean it was a masterpiece. Like, back then when I was playing Rock, I've never cried. I never cried because I've made my body, I've brainwashed my brain to never cry. But when I played Hoshino's backstory, I didn't full up ball out cry. I teared up. That's how freaking crazy her story was. I'm gonna skim it down, right? Basically what happened. Hoshino hides her true motive or interior with a smile. She acts lazy, and it's because she's hiding a trauma where she blames herself. Before her, there was a student along with her called Yume, and Yume.
That's spoiler territory. Spoiler territory.
Yeah. And essentially, Yume was basically, something happened to Yume, and she blames herself to this day, right? Essentially, and that's basically what happened. That's basically what she's struggling with. She's having a mental breakdown, and she unlocks somehow and somewhere near the end of Volume 1, Chapter 4, Hoshino unlocks her full power, and I'm talking about Terra Hoshino. So honestly, Hoshino's backstory and the entire story as a whole was such a masterpiece. I mean, they had one of the best fights in the game animated as well.
Yeah, no, that was so peak. That was so peak.
Alright, so this is my list. Hoshino is my #1 newbie and student, and if you don't agree, write in the comments. And were you surprised what my top 10 Mick?
Actually, I was quite surprised with more of the honorable mention bracket. That you put Ichigo there and Seiya actually.
Well, yeah, that's because like I said in the video right at the start, I said all these characters that are in the list are like my favorite of the favorite. So I wanted to make it as difficult as possible. And when I say like my least favorites were Yukari and Iori, that's essentially how it is. I like everyone that much in this game. That's why I had you surprised. Do you think I should have put anyone higher?
Not really. I don't think so. I mean, it's your list, not mine.
So that's my list. It's a good video. I'm gonna edit this now, add my intro and everything, because I never add my intro in the game, so I mean my videos. So that's that. Good video today. I just hope I haven't made too many mistakes in the talking, otherwise I have to cut it out. But yeah, it was a good video. Collab, yeah, I'll link this guy. I'll link this guy's channel in the description if you say you can subscribe to him. Mac, wait.
No, that's a dead channel. Don't. It's a dead channel. It's cringe.
No, we need to hear all the Mac before the puberty.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, I'm gonna link this guy's channel in the description. Subscribe to him. He barely posts anyway, so just subscribe if you want to. Videos are gonna come soon. I'm planning to upload Dokkan videos as well until Blue Archive, because let's be for real here, Mac, right? From my upload schedule, right? I said from my upload schedule, it looks like I only upload Blue Archive gacha pulling videos. It'd be better if I uploaded more videos, honestly, be consistent and stuff.
Yeah, it's good to have a variety.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, that's my list. I'm gonna edit this, so goodbye, good office.